So, hello everyone. I welcome you back to this session of projection of planes, where we are going to solve a few problems on projections of planes. So, here is one problem. So, this is a problem based on triangles. So, it says an isosceles triangular plane of negligible thickness has a base 25 mm long and altitude 35 mm. It is so placed on HP that it's in the front view. It is seen as an equilateral triangle of 25 mm, and which with the side that is parallel to VP is inclined to HP at 45 degree. Draw its top and front views. Also determine the inclination of the plate with the reference plane. Okay, so let us solve this problem now. So first things first, let us draw an XY line, reference line first. So let me name it first. This is X, this is Y, this is VP, this is HP here. Now I should draw a triangle here. Now to draw the triangle, I should get the dimensions. So the dimension is 35 altitude, base is 25. So I'll draw the base first. Now since it is a thick line, so I'll take visible from the line command. Now 25 is the length, right? And now altitude is 35. So I'll take altitude from the center point, because it is the altitude is the length that is from the center point. Take 35 from there. Now I'll join these two from here to here, right? So let me check the dimensions first. This is a reference line, so I'll delete that. So let me check the value. So it is 25, perfect. Similarly, from here to here, 35. That is also perfect. No problem. Now I should draw this is the front view. Now let me draw the top view. So for drawing top view, you should draw projection lines from the corners of the triangle. So I've drawn that. This length is not specified, so you can draw as much as you want. So I've drawn a particular distance. This is not mandatory to have a same distance. Make sure that you have drawn it properly. So this one I have drawn a little bit less. So I'll make it up. I'll make sure that both of them joins. But this is your view now, so that has to be dark. So make it as visible now. So this triangle is the front view, and this line that you see from the top, that is called as top view. Now let me name it first. So since it is top view, front view, it is A dash, this is B dash, this is C dash. Now similarly, below if you see, this becomes B, and this becomes, since A is visible from top, this becomes A of C. Right, so this part is over now. The front view and top view of the first question is over. Now let me go to second question. The second question, it is told that the isosceles triangle is seen as a equilateral triangle in the front view. So this isosceles triangle becomes an equilateral triangle with a dimension of 25. So let me draw the equilateral triangle now as 25. From the x value itself, I'll take same as it is 25. I'm changing that. So now I should get a triangle now of 25. So what you can do is you can take arc by center point. Arc by center point. This is the command, arc by center point. From here you can take and draw radius here. It is asking for the radius. I can give 25 here since it is equilateral. So I'll draw an arc from here. Again I'll take arc by center point, the same one. Now from the other corner I'll take and give radius as 25. Give radius as 25. Now it is cut. Now you can join that point here. So since it is not visible from this point, I'll take this command called zoom area. Zoom area. Click on that, and it will ask where you want to zoom. So I'll just drag here like this. Now if you want to deselect the command, click on right click. Don't click on left click. Click on right click. See now the previous command is already selected line. So I'll take from this point to the center point. See here, it is a intersection of two arcs. So I should get the intersection symbol. So until that, I cannot join this. So if I'm not getting this, I should go to tools, IntelliSketch, relationship. See here, intersection point is not clicked. It is not clicked. So make sure you click on the intersection point. See, now this is a symbol for intersection point. Until you get this symbol, you should not click. Now I have clicked on OK now. Now I'll come back here. I'll wait for the symbol. Now you can see the cross mark over there. So that is representation of the intersection point. So click on that, then click on the end point. So you have got the intersection triangle now. Now, if you don't want the arcs, because that is for representation, I'll delete both the arcs. So I've got the equilateral triangle now. You can check it with the dimensions. So this is a smart dimension. Click on smart dimension, get the dimension of that. If you want dimension of this, you can check here also. And if you want dimension of this, you can check here also. But I don't want all three. One it is sufficient, so I'll delete the other two dimensions. Now 25 I've got. Now let me draw the top view now. To draw the top view, what I should do is I should get the length of this one. What is this? What is the length of the first position? In the first position, it was 35. So what I will do is now let me draw a line down for construction purpose. So I'll take line till here with the same point. Okay. Now let me draw from here to here one construction line. Now I'll take R by center point with this as the center and radius as how much, since I've got 35 here. So I'll type 35 in the radius column. Now I'll cut that. Okay. Now from this point, I should join this. Since it's not visible slowly here, yeah, as you can see, the cross mark is visible. If it's visible, no problem. If it's not visible, take zoom and join it. Okay. So I've joined it now. So now this is what visible. It's a view, so it should be visible. Okay. So I've got the angle now. I've got the front view, top. This is the front view and this is the top view. To check the angle between these two, you can check like this. You can check between these two. Angle is 52. So this is what the question says. Determine the inclination of the plate with reference plane. So in the second position, instead of giving the angle, they've given the question like this. You are supposed to calculate the inclination. So the inclination is 52 degree with the reference plane. Okay. Now let me do the naming now. This is A dash as it is. This is B dash. This is C dash. No change in that. Here as well. This is A of C. And here it is B. Okay. So second question is over. And finally third question. Now in the third question, what they have asked is they have told that side that is parallel to VP, the side which is parallel to VP is inclined at 45 degree to HP. So here, which is the side that is parallel to VP here? This one, AC. AC is the one that is parallel to VP. That has been inclined at 45 degree to HP. So 45 degree you should incline by HP. So what I will do, I will take a line here. We'll take a line here like this and draw at an angle. So here it is asking for length. I don't want length, so I'll take angle. So angle, I'll take it as, let me draw a line first and then make the corrections. Okay. So this is not a visible, this is normal line, so I'll make it as normal. I'll take angle between, you can check the angle. This is 52, you can make it as 45. So 45 degree line I have drawn. Now I should move this on this 45 degree line. So for that I should take move command. Move command is here. Take move command. Now I need a copy. I need original to stay here. One more copy I want here. So for that reason, you can see here, this command has to be clicked once. So as you can see, once you click it, the background color becomes orange. That differentiates that it is copying. If you click it again, that becomes white. You can see here. If it is a white background, then it is cut paste. Now again, I've clicked now. This becomes now orange background color. If it is orange color, it is copy paste. So now I want to copy paste. I want to copy original here and a copy here. So orange color is there. So that is perfect. Now I want the whole thing. So I'll select the whole thing. Once I select, I'll take the whole triangle on this line. So I want the triangle to be on the XY line. So what I will do is here, I'll just keep it like this. Okay. Now, since I have clicked on C dash, what I will do is I'll rotate, since I want AC on this line. So select the whole thing. Now I don't want a copy now because this thing itself has to be shifted here. So I'll switch off this copy. Now it is white color. So it is what? Cut paste. So from here to here I want, sorry. So I'll take the whole thing. I want C and A. So I'll turn and rotate like this. I think it's not selected properly. So I'll just do it. So I'll select the whole thing. I want C and A to be on the line. Now it is selected properly. Okay. Now what I can do is you can draw the dimensions, lines down, one like this. Okay. Then one more like this. One more like this. Then you can draw lines from the respective points. So you can trim the unnecessary points and then you can name the corners first. So this is A is meeting here, so this becomes A, and this becomes B, and this becomes C. So what you can take is take visible line here, right? So I want from here A, join B, join C, then back to A. So this is your problem solution for this problem. Okay, so isosceles triangle is becoming an equilateral triangle and then inclined by 45 degree to HP. So this is the solution for this problem. Okay, we'll go to the next problem. Now, this is the second question. A square plate of 30 mm side rests on HP such that one of the diagonals is inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. Draw its projections. Now it's a square problem of the side 30 resting on HP on one of its diagonals. So diagonal resting we should do. So for that reason, what I will do, first things first, you should take the XY line. So I'm drawing the XY line first things first, and then name it as it is. X. As soon as you write the reference line, you should do the naming. Okay, so XY VPHP. Now next take rectangle. Now it is asking for the dimensions, width and height. Now it's a square, so that will be 30 width and enter. Height also 30 since it is square. Now since it is a diagonal resting, it should be 45 angle because it is resting at a crossed way. So 45 degree, I'll come and place it here. So this is a diagonal resting. So this is a view. So I'll name it as visible line. This is the square now. Now let me get dimension. It is 30. So perfect, no problem here. Now let me draw the projections upwards. One from here. Now let it be normal line. Since it is a projection line, everything should be light line. So I'll draw from here to here. All three projections I have drawn. Now finally, the front view also. The front view is to be joined from point to point. So from this point to this point, I have named it. I have drawn the line. Now let me draw name the values of all the points. So this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Now similarly here, this is A dash, this is C dash, this is B dash in bracket, sorry, B dash in bracket, D dash. Okay, so the first question is over. 30 mm corner resting, because it is diagonal, right? So since it's a diagonal incline problem, it should be corner resting. So I've drawn like this, right? Next, the second question is with respect to HP. HP is 30 degree inclination. So what I will do is I'll take move. So I want a copy, so it is orange color. So I'll take the whole thing here. While doing that, I'll select this line as well. So there's an option here. Before selecting itself, I'll select the before moving itself, I'll select the whole thing. Also, I'll select this line for construction purpose. Only the center line. Now I'll take move. Now I'll take the corner and I'll select like this. Okay. Now after this, I'll take rotate. Rotate from end point to end point. How much I want, because they have given inclination is 30 degree with respect to HP. So I'll give 30 here, rotation and click. Now you can see the dimension here, angle between these two. Oh, it is not exactly there. So let me repeat that. This point, end point to this, the rotation angle is exactly 30. Now you can check the angle between these two. It is exactly 30. So perfect. So now I can delete this. Before deleting this, let me draw the construction lines and then delete. So construction line should be, now I'll take construction line, normal line. So from here one line comes. Okay. Then here also, because center point there is a line point over there. So let me draw the line here. Okay. So now you can delete this line. That becomes easy for you. Now you can take the projections from the sideways. So wherever points are there, we should draw the projections. So I've got the projections now. So extra lines, just trim it off like this. Now name the corners now. First, this is A. This is B. This is C. This is D. Now let me join all of them. So this is A. I should get the corners. The cross mark represents intersection. So from A, here end point is there, B, no problem. C again end point, but here again intersection D, then back to A. So this is my second question. So inclined with 30 degree with respect to HP over. Next 45 degree with respect to VP. Now it is diagonal resting. Now you can see the diagonal, you can check the diagonal distance between here to here. This is the first position diagonal, 42.43. And now second position, let me check the distance between the second diagonal distance, second position. Have a look at this. You can see clearly the first question was 42.43. Second question is 36.74. So the diagonal distance has changed. Now you are inclining the same diagonal in the third position. Now the length has changed, so you cannot draw with the normal position. So this becomes a locus case. So you should draw the locus now. To draw the locus, what you should do is there's a small procedure. First, you should draw the given angle. What is the given angle with respect to VP? 45 degree. So I should draw the 45 degree line first, like this. So this is what, minus 45 will take. This is coming this way. So let me draw in this way first. Let me draw the angle first. Now this is not visible. This is normal line, and let me check the angle between these two. Angle between these two is 48. There I want 45, so I'll draw like this. See, now the angle is 45. Now to draw the locus, there's a small procedure. Now I have got the distance of both the first position diagonal, second position diagonal. So I'll take arc by center point here. I should draw the arc. arc by center point, as you have drawn in your manual sketching, in the same way you should draw it, arc by center point. What is the first distance? 42.43. So click on a point somewhere sufficiently down. Don't draw it too close to the XY lines, sufficiently drawn down, and type the first distance. What is the first distance here in radius? 42.43. Type it and then draw an arc. Okay, now from this point, from where you have drawn, from the intersection of that, yeah, like this intersection, you can see the cross mark over there. From there, draw a line of unspecified length. There is no specification of this. Just draw a line, a horizontal line. Now, what you can do is you should draw one more arc from the same point where you have drawn the arc just now. But as you can see, there is that marking of the point where I had drawn the first arc is not visible. To get that point, just move your cursor on the previously drawn arc. Now, see now as I just started, you can see the mark here. So from the same point, click on the same point. Now, what is the second distance? 36.74. That you type in the radius column. 36.74. Okay. Now you can draw the arc. Now, if it's not easily drawable for you, you can take zoom area where you want here. Here. Now, right click. To end the zoom command, click on right click. See now it's still valid, the arc command. So now from here, I just draw an arc. Okay. Now, if you don't want to zoom out and you want to just pan, click on pan where you want to pan. See here, take this, you can pan. If you want to zoom out, click on fit. Now, what you can do is you can take the point from here, because intersection point you want here. From there, you should draw the projection line to the intersection point, and then further, if you want to extend to the XY line, what you can do is you can click on extend to next command here. Extend to next. Now from here, just click on this line. You'll get to know where you want to extend. So you can extend up to where you want, like this. Now you can check the angle between the beta. This will be the beta angle. 55° will be your beta angle. So this is correct now. Now what you should do is you should place this diagonal AC on this 55° newly drawn line. Okay. So for that reason, what you will do is you will select the whole thing here, from here to here, and you want C, the point C, to be placed on this point. You can take zoom command here if you want. See here, it has to be placed on this point, exactly on this point, on this intersection at C. Now, if you want move option, it is asking for move option. If you select, then the whole things get selected. So hold control and select everything, whichever you want to move, rotate. You just select along with the namings also. Just select like this. Now I have selected. Now I'll click on move command. Now from diagonal I want. So C to A I'll select and rotate on the beta angle. See now it's selected. Don't worry about A, B, C, D also, it is rotated, not an issue. My primary concern is this diagonal is on the 55° angle now. Okay. Now let me fit it back. Now take the projections now, normal line. So from each point, let me draw the projections upwards. So from A as well, then from B as well. So similarly, I'll draw one more, then here also. So let me trim it first. Trim it now. Yeah. Now I want to name. Where is A? A is coming here, so this becomes A dash. Then B is coming here. This becomes B dash. C is coming here. This becomes C dash. D is coming from here, this becomes D dash. Now let me take the line command and join from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. This completes your problem. Okay, so hope you understood these two problems for today. In the coming classes, we will do few more problems. Okay, thank you.